Tonight, just before 6, the story of a seemingly forgotten child who mysteriously stopped breathing inside her Elkhart apartment. The infant girl, just 15 months old, was named Taylor Hartung-Mann. She was sweet and carefree, as most babies are. But to this day, 13 months after her death, no one knows how Taylor died. What's worse, no one is being held responsible. News Center 16's Kevin Lewis spoke with Taylor's family earlier this month. And Kevin, I'd imagine they don't know where to turn right now.
They really have no idea where to turn, Mo. For the first 6 months, Taylor's family let Elkhart detectives investigate. But with little progress made, they launched a grassroots attempt to bring justice. Now, more than a year later, Taylor's family is doing all in their power to keep this case from going cold.
It was New Year's Eve, 2011, at the Forest Glen Apartments, tucked off Bristol Street on Elkhart's north side.
I think I was one of the happiest women in the world.
Around 4 that afternoon, Brandy Lord left her 15-month-old daughter, Taylor, with 4 friends as she worked an evening shift at the local Cracker Barrel. Most of what happened behind the walls of this second-floor unit over the next 3 hours is still a mystery, leading up to a panic-stricken phone call.
The only thing he said was that you need to come home. There's something wrong.
Flashing lights from a parked ambulance greeted Brandy Lord, her daughter Taylor lying limp on a stretcher, ghostly white, not breathing. Paramedics managed to take Taylor to Elkhart General, but it wasn't 20 minutes before doctors pronounced her dead. The cause of death ruled undetermined.
It was unbelievable. I fell to the floor.
The Elkhart Police Department quickly launched a death investigation, looking closely at the 4 adults left to watch over Taylor. There was Brandy Lord's boyfriend, Shane Tucker, Tucker's half-brother, Tony Kappas, Brandy's roommate, Ashlea Lance, and Ashlea's boyfriend, Aaron Paul. However, insiders say Ashlea is the only one who's agreed to talk with detectives and take a polygraph test, which she passed.
Every day, people ask us, if we got any news, and we just tell them no, and everybody just keeps asking, well, why aren't they doing anything about it? Well, that's what we want to know. Why aren't they doing anything about it?
According to family members, Taylor had a large bruise on her forehead and another near her crown. There were old and untreated broken ribs, and most bizarre, a BB bullet found in the base of her diaper. Still, police and the prosecutor's office tell News Center 16 there's simply not enough evidence to make an arrest and press charges in the case.
But whoever it is and whatever they did, I consider that a monster that is still out there and can do it to anybody else's, So that's why we need to find out what, who, and why.
And so, last weekend, loved ones gathered at Willowdale Park for a candlelight vigil in Taylor's honor. A Facebook memorial page has also been launched with close to 200 likes. But the fact still remains. Life without Taylor has nearly elapsed the time she spent on Earth.
You watch TV, you watch CSI, you watch all that stuff, and it happens in with an hour just like that. This isn't the movies. This is real. And it's been over a year.
I want them to find out who did it. I want them to come forward. I want them to say something, give Brandy, give our family peace, give us answers to what happened to that little girl that night, because somebody has to know. With as many people that were in that apartment, somebody knows. They just need to come forward.
Now, in late January, the Elkhart Police Department sent its full investigation to the Elkhart County Prosecutor's Office. However, it was only a matter of days before the case was returned, with Curtis Hill's office citing a lack of credible evidence. So the cycle is continuing here, Mo.
And Kevin, in your report, you said Taylor had pre-existing injuries, including broken ribs. Let's face it, kids don't break their own ribs. What's going on?
Doctors at Elkhart General Hospital, after her death, told the family she had these pre-existing injuries. The family baffled as to where they came from. And then, of course, the 4 people in the apartment, except for that roommate, Ashlea Lance, are exercising their right to remain silent. So right now, the big question, Mo, is will the Elkhart Police Department revisit this case that is now back in its lap?
Boy, it sure seems like they should and have to for this little girl.
Of course, if there's updates, we'll bring them to you.
All right, Kevin, thanks a lot.
Yeah.